Hello there everyone, AnthWolf here, continuing with even more Final Fantasy XIV. Playing as our Black Mage, who is level 54, Evane Jouberault. And in this stream, or this video, depending on how you're watching this series, we are finally going to go into the Heavensward expansion. We're actually going to continue some of the story progress. Now, we probably shouldn't be in Uldar because, well, the Brass Blades and the Crystal Braves aren't particularly pleased with us for one reason or another. I don't know why. Maybe it's the accusation of regicide. Let's get ourselves over to Camp Dragonhead, where the Ishgardians have been a bit more welcoming, despite their original demeanour. But, yes, you'll notice I am level 54. For those of you who are later watching this on YouTube, I have done 2 streams over the weekend. I spent a bit of time speaking to one of my regular viewers here on Twitch, Bandit, and I was doing just a few of the duty roulettes. I did the main scenario one, which boosted us about 2.5 levels, and then I switched over to one of my other characters, and we did a bit of mining just to try and make a bit more gil, which I will probably eventually transfer over to Evane here. Obviously, we have been discussing that I will probably start working on gathering and crafting classes with Evane prior to the Shadowbringers expansion, but we should finally continue and actually get further into the storyline, which is what we're going to be doing today. So, we need to get ourselves into the Intercessory and speak to Alphino. Coming to Ishgard. What we may do is, even though I love the Black Mage gear, I think we're going to take off the headpiece just so we can see our characters' facial expressions a bit more. The time for action has come and Alphino knows what he must do.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchiffon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmond has decreed that the 3 of you be taken in as wards of House Fortemps. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
Okay then. Onwards to the Gates of Judgment, and then onwards to Ishgard itself. Would you like to proceed to Ishgard? Most definitely.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. though none knew then how great.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortemps. And as we were crossing the Steps of Faith there, I forgot I was actually going to play the Heavensward opening cinematic once again. Oh well, these things happen. Yeah, Ishgard is quite a large city for just to be standing alone on top of a mountain. Okay, Lord Horshafon and his family have a manor. They are one of the 4 high houses of Ishgard, of course. But before we do that, let's I think we're going to end up getting a tour. But since we're here, let's go and grab a few of the Aethernet shards before we head up to the pillars. Ishgard is divided into 2 sections. Of course, we are here in the foundation, and then you have the pillars. So there are 3 unlockable classes here in Ishgard that were given to us in the Heavensward expansion. We have the Machinist in the Manufactory behind us. We have the Astrologian, and we have the Dark Knight. All 3 classes I have never properly tried before. I think I had unlocked Machinist before, but never really delved far enough to understand how the mechanics worked. What I've decided to do in terms of side quests is we'll probably be participating in a fair few of the available side quests, but when I know there's a dungeon coming up, and I do have the kind of main scenario guide open in another window, is what we'll do is we shall just make sure I know how to get up to the pillars easily. We'll just go along this way. Is we'll leave some of the side missions until we've opened up the duty finder, and then because we'll have to be waiting probably 20-25 minutes to jump into a dungeon anyway due to a DPS's wait time. And then while we're waiting, we can do some of the side missions. But we shall see. So you can see there's some unlockable quests here. And since we're here in the marketplace, despite us wearing the Ironworks gear, which is item level 120, before we go to the Manor House, let's see. Well, might as well repair the armor. See what gear we can purchase. Because the level cap, of course, for Heavensward is level 60. So level 54 gear is item level 133. Now, it's normal quality. I do think you get high quality gear just from doing your class missions or some of the side missions as we progress. It is reasonably cheap though. So level 56 and level 58 gear is probably better. What we may consider is purchasing some of the high quality gear ahead of time, just so I have a bit of a stat boost for doing some of the missions. I mean, we don't need to. So you can see these are, yeah. These will be rewards players have got from doing the quest lines here in Heavensward. We'll probably be selling our own gear as well. Make a bit extra gil that way. If we think about it and maybe go for level 58 gear. If it was about 50,000, I would consider it. See, that's not bad. 17,000. That's probably worthwhile a purchase. I mean, we will get the items ourselves. I did pick up the right one there. Yeah, it was the casting one. Good. In case we ended up picking up the healing one by mistake. And we'll worry about accessories later. Anyhow, let's do as prompted. Now, was one of these items the Elder Staff I might actually use? Because I like how it looks for the moment. There we go. The rest of this stuff we can probably sell. Between streams I'll probably play with my armory chest.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. Count Edmond de Fortemps, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortemps, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortemps.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies. Don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
And here we are. Count Edmond. We have his two sons, Artoriel and Emmanuelaine. Taking in the sights. Alphino has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. Oh, we'll get that tour. Before anything else, we'll unlock this Aethernet shard. Before I forget. The Gates of Judgment are now accessible, so we can return back to the Central Highlands if we so desire. Just taking in all the sights. So we're going to learn more of the history of Ishgard over our time here, of course, and the lore. And of the first Fortemps and his Knights 12. But all these things in time. Someone's carried the name Your Healer. The mistress of the markets here. Okay, down to the Evane Plaza we go. So we're going to end up with quite a bit of gear that we can't use anyway. You'll notice that the rewards for this quest are gear that is used by the tanks and of course the melee characters. Of course we could take some elegant silver pieces as well, but we might as well pick up some of the gear and see if anyone would be willing to purchase it, even at a heavily reduced cost. A lot of noise coming out of the manufactory there. We'll take the tanking gear, I think, since it can be used by the widest variety of classes. Therefore, people in the marketplace might be more tempted to purchase it. I did bind myself, didn't I? I did. Yeah, we'll set this as a home point, why not? The better half. Your guide is eager to continue your tour of Ishgard. Don't forget, Ishgardians are known famously for breeding of chocobos as well. So it seems not everyone is overly friendly in Ishgard, not that we expected anything less, of course. It seems that the knights cannot protect us if we go down to this region for one reason or another. And so here is the Forgotten Knight. So Tatara is going to stay here to keep her ear to the ground for any gossip. And we've been asked to return to House Fortemps. So yeah, unfortunately here in Ishgard there is a major class divide between the high houses. I suppose the lesser noble houses, and of course the people known as the Broom. You'll see us probably jumping between the Forgotten Knight and the Last Vigil Aethernet shards quite often, since the Forgotten Knight Aethernet spans next to the Forgotten Knight Bar in Hulstery, of course, and the Temple Knight's headquarters. One of the brothers seems rather self-sufficient and prefers not to have our assistance. The other seems to want us to ease his burdens by doing most of the work ourselves. Let's see. The cap available isn't as good as what we're using. Do we want to take the healing cap and see if it sells? I guess we can. What level is it? Level... I think I actually purchased that. I may already have one on my... yes, I do. Oh well, so be it. So, we have Emanuelaine, and of course Artoriel. Who should we assist first? I suppose we should do them by age. I'm going to speak to Artoriel first. Over the wall. Lord Artoriel is less than eager to brief you on his mission. Okay, we're going to be helping Houses Duendare and Dismail. Let's see what quests we can pick up. There is a few available to us. This knight seeks assistance with a rather delicate issue. Seems straightforward. We have some formal invitations from House Fortemps to the other high houses. Okay, House Dismail is over next to the Astrologium. We'll head that way next, I suppose. Could make use of the Evane Shard, but we might as well have a bit more of a walk. And while we're here, we can also pick up another side mission. Which is just in the airship landing bay there. best laid plans. Cleo cannot help but frown as she reads over her work. Okay. I suppose we can take the flight plans. Just deliver them to an individual here. It's probably a way of subtly hinting, by the way, you could become an astrologian. We have the airship flight plans here. I see. And now we've been hinted to go to the manufactory to quicken repairs. Well, we'll head over to the jeweled Eorzea first, as we still have a final formal invitation to hand over. Okay, is there many quests available to us here? There are. We'll hand over these couple of quests and then pick up the other one up here in the pillars before we see about grabbing a few more quests. They descended from the heroes who once fought alongside Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon. Their ancestors were the founders of Ishgard. And it's from those high houses that an archbishop is chosen. Okay, so we're heading over to the jeweled Eorzea once again. Landing a stable job. Matthew is looking for an adventurer who is not afraid of a little hard work. I see. Yeah, I suppose we can take the chocobo fodder down to the stables. I see, there's a missing stableman. Next to the Light Feather Proving Grounds. I guess we can pop over that way. Would you enter the Proving Grounds? Certainly. Before we head back to the Chocobo Grounds, we may as well pop into the Forgotten Night. Seems there's a couple of quests for us here. Aha! Drinking the pain away. Gilbranon is never one to leave a patron fallen in the dumps. Huh, that's very nice of you. Tatara, what are you wearing? Oh. She's working here. Okay. I see. He was from one of the noble families, or was a knight under them, and when the master of the house's wife was accused of heresy, basically everyone of the family was thrown aside. Well, while we're here, colder days and colder nights. Bricht is looking to keep warm tonight. I see. You're asking us to go into the headquarters of the Temple Knights. Okay. We can certainly do that. Okay, we're given some scrap wood, split and knotted, cracked and worm-eaten, mouldering. This wood is no longer suitable for aught but maintaining a fire. Okay, locate free air, freezing vagrants, and offer what aid we can. Search for others in need of scrap wood. Someone offered to take the rest of the wood off our hands and distribute it. And of course she did not have the best intentions. The Typal Strip Noble is up next to the airship landing. Let's go hand him the mulled wine from his former knight. And the noble's son has went missing. He's up next to the tribunal. Okay, we'll let Sevilla know that we found her fellow worker. He's probably came back by now. last quest I believe we can pick up, and that is at the Aetheryte Plaza itself. Oh, you have a quest for us. Ah, maybe the crafting and gathering levies of Ishgard. A fury-fearing Elezen. Remembering Ishgard. This Elezen has a story to tell. So we're learning a bit more about the history of Ishgard and its 1,000-year war against dragons. Okay. Sorry for the wait there, Toriel. Would you travel the Falcon's Nest? Yes, we shall. The Curthis Western Highlands.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the Knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
And for once, we haven't unlocked the map, as you can see. Okay, we need to speak to Sir Wedwald. Now, before we speak to the good sir, let's attune ourselves to this Aether Rite. And then see what Toriel's duties are here and how we are going to be assisting in them. Okay, the Archbishop, the Holy See have demanded that the Curthis Western Highlands be retaken in name of Ishgard, and that it is to be cleared out of all heretics. There's a few missions we can pick up here. I think one of them... Oh, hello. Contingency supplies. Notoriel grows worried about the supply stores at Falcon's Nest. Okay. Now you'll find the enemies here are extremely tough, especially at our level. I remember struggling to even fight 2 of them as a tank when I came here as Leonhardt, so we're gonna have to be aware of our abilities compared to some of the mobs we were fighting back when we could fight maybe 3 or 4 at a time in the Realm Reborn situation. Until we're better geared, of course. Stolen goods. Orion is lost in fort. I see. So if we do happen to find a crate of stolen supplies, let's see if we can recover them. Meanwhile, let's look into how we can assist further in the restoration. Work in progress. So Redwald would have you assist the craftsman rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest. Speak with the restoration foreman, see how we can help out. Okay. Seemingly there are ice sprites around, preventing or hampering the restoration. It seems he wasn't incorrect. But first and foremost, good help is hard to find, a sad truth that Roth knows well. Okay. Seems there's a statue north of Falcon's Nest. There's a worker there who may need assistance. While we're out here, we might as well look for those stolen goods and defeat the Steinbocks, sorry. You see what it is? Compared to the ice sprites, these are pretty damn tough, just in terms of how much damage they're taking. Ooh. Ice sprites are a target, are they? Really? Ah, they're also found around Camp Dragonhead. Oh, of course they are. I was greatly confused there. There's some heretics here. Looks like it was a trap. Or maybe we just caught them at a bad time. Here is the statue of another dragoon, it seems. Gather the bristles of 3 deep eyes. Yeah, as a DPS it was much harder because you'd end up aggroing maybe 2, sometimes 3 of them. At least as a caster we have the range to pull them away from their fellows. So we have these dark bristles, thick, deep grey bristles, sheared from a wild beast. Oh, this is an image of Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon. And you have a new quest for us, From On High. Before you return to Falcon's Nest, Fiermont has a favour to ask. Okay, he thinks this knight was a bit forgetful. Dropped an ice-crusted bundle. A once hot package unintentionally left by the night to cool in the frigid highland winds. I can tell you right now that Fiermont is a bit dense. Probably more so than I am. The anvil is just here. She likes the Mason, but because of this class divide, she cannot directly act like she does. I see. Amongst the shipment, they found a feather trinket. A symbol pendant carved from a thin leather strap and a single white Highland falcon feather, I should say. Here's the Steinbock meat. When dried and smoked, lean Steinbock meat will remain unspoiled in the Kurfin air almost indefinitely. Speak to Redwald, let him know that we've assisted. Okay, before we speak to Redwald once again, let's go speak to Segan. Oh, we have a new quest available to us. Oh, we have a couple of quests available to us. I wondered if you knew anything about this charm we found. Memories in the snow. Segan is reminiscing about the past. So while everyone looks to the future, Segan remembers what was. And he's asking if we ever encounter anything else out in the snow, maybe return it to him. Another quest here from Ingaret, who is letting out a long forlorn sigh. See. So Ingared wanted her posting here to recover her grandfather's belongings. It is a small, or there was a small village called Camp Wherever's Meet. And if we head out that way, maybe we could look into her, into the belongings. Let's speak to Sir Redwald before we head out once again. Reconnaissance lost. In times such as these, Sir Redwald is glad to have veterans like you to whom he can turn. Okay. Did you hear about our task? Okay, actually heading over to Camp River's Meet to look for our missing knights. Let's go see if we can recover those missing artifacts in the snow, and then we'll head out. A couple of boss fights ongoing, but I think at this point in time they're a bit too much for us. Oh, hi. Yeah, we found a few artifacts from the 6th Astral Era. Okay. Seems we may be able to speak to the High House Knight once again. Dances with wolves. Isildur peers over the cliff with concern. I see. We're heading down there anyway. We've been asked to slay 3 silver wolves. Here is Artoriel, overlooking Camp River's Meet. The Black Iron Bridge. We could drop down, of course, but it seems Artoriel wants to take the careful route. Okay, that's the wolves dealt with. Let's see if we can find Ingaret's grandfather's belongings without causing too much undue attention to ourselves, of course. Ooh, this seems promising. A recon knight. We've been looking for you. At the end of our hope, Lord Atoriel seems loath to forego any opportunity to locate the heretic's hiding place. I see. Atoriel doesn't really want to place us into danger, but he sees the best hope of tracking the heretics is to send us alone. That's fine now. We will do what we can. Duty calls commence battle for at the end of our hope. We'll be synced to level 52. Let's see where this heretic leads us. Ooh, there's like a homestead here. Seems promising. Oh, hi. Hello again.
Looking for me, I presume.
Ah, the child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things, once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Gridania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Good point. What of the innocents who died when Iceheart attacked the Foundation?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Before we speak to Toriel once again. So we have a knight here. An attractive charm. The hot-tempered knight is trying to catch his breath. I see. So frost giants tore apart his sentimental talisman. Why did they do that now? Oh. Let's have a look at this talisman then. Doesn't say anything about it. It's made from an ice crystal. How are we doing for crystals and shards and such? Very slow going, I see. Fair enough. Knights be not proud. Lord Toriel would rather not linger without cause. Okay, back to Falcon's Nest we go. Of course, we do need to go to the anvil, since we slayed those 3 silver wolves. Let's speak to Sir Redwald. It seems we are needed back at Fortemps Manor. Excellent. Okay. Her father was a ferryman on the now iced over and frozen river. Happy days. Right, back to Ishgard. Porshafon is his half-brother. Count Edmond's sole indiscretion. And we managed to get Artoriel's opinion. We managed to prove him wrong and make him think about things. Excellent. May as well continue and speak to the youngest brother. Emmanuel here. Onwards and upwards. When a man like Lord Emmanuel is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. We are heading to Camp Cloudtop to aid House Hallionheart. I see. Very well. Any new quests available for us? Doesn't look like it. Not at the moment, at the very least. Albalfia's Spine, the Sea of Clouds.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Cid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the Sea of Clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Quite a large airship we've just boarded. The Protector. Need to speak to Lady Laniat. She's in charge of the local garrison. So, welcome to the Sea of Clouds. Well, there's a fair bit to do here, but we can't access a fair bit of the region until later. For now, let us see how we can help the locals. The Way of the Dodo. This Knight Carlibalt is taking stock of the pumpkin patch, but with an odd sense of dejection. Okay. Slay some of the Gastonis. Gather their meat and stop them from eating some of the local produce. Now, there is a perfectly sensible way to get down. Or we could drop and almost die by one of the local wildlife here, the Gaily cat. Okay, once we're back at Camp Cloud Top, we can hand over the dodo meat. For now though, let's go speak to Lady Laniette. And she's the older sister of Lord Francel. There's a local beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu here in the Sea of Clouds. And it seems Lady Laniette is not impressed by the Lord of Fortemps. Not impressed at all. But he still seems upbeat. Oh, we have a new side mission available. An indispensable ally. Lady Lanier knows all too well what must be done to ensure your time spent in Camp Cloudtop is not for nothing. Okay. We gotta give him a task. And while they're away, we'll actually see how we can properly assist. We'll take the tanking breaches again, to see if we can sell them for a little bit of profit later. And meeting the neighbours, Lady Laniette is eager to get to more important business. Okay. For some reason, the Vanu's opinion of Ishgard changed. Lady Marielle, I think, is up here. Yeah, there she is. Okay, maybe has to go out on patrol. We can do that. While we're here. Is this the quest I think it is? Hello there, the Void Hunter. The bargaining chip. Gildon seeks an adventurer of exceptional renown. Is this the man trying to motivate the troops? Indeed it is. So we've been asked to speak to the local quartermaster to improve the food. The quartermaster is back at Camp Cloudtop. Let's pop over quickly. We can hand over the poultry we gathered earlier. Speak to the quartermaster since he's just here. Oh, forgot to speak to the Chocobo Keep. Ah. He simply may be a glutton. You've been tasked to locate a cloud mushroom. No, this will probably be my third time, I suppose. One when I played it just for myself, and I did a playthrough last year. But I thought I would try again with the various disciplines of magic. And I played as a Conjurer and White Mage all the way through A Realm Reborn. And now, of course, we're playing as a Black Mage through Heavensward. So I'm not unfamiliar, but I'm just happily taking my time. I'm saying hopefully we'll have plenty to do, keep us occupied up until Shadowbringers comes out. As I say, I do have some other characters. Yeah. Hey, I have like... As a DPS, you probably know the pain as well. We have 20-25 minute wait times for the MSQ. But no, yeah. As I say, I do have my two main characters, and Fujin, my very original character. She is a level 70 miner, and actually I'm doing a bit of like, I'm doing some random streams with her, just to earn some guild and maybe transfer over to Evane here. But eventually Evane... Once we've got to the end of the story content, we'll be probably doing a lot of the gathering classes as well. But yeah, I enjoy playing through the storyline once again. I say, I would have continued with Leonhardt, my first playthrough character, but I was away from the game for 4 or 5 months. Oh, Cloud Mushroom, that's right. And I just had a bit of disconnection from the character, so I just thought I'd start afresh instead. And here are the Vanu. Yeah, I don't disagree. My first playthrough character, well, Fujin's a white mage and Leonhardt is a tank. And through my A Realm Reborn storyline, I was playing as a white mage, so it wasn't so terrible. But we're going to go through Heavensward as a DPS, and we're going to go through Stormblood as a red mage, most likely. And then we'll see what classes are available in Shadowbringers. Oh, hi. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet no Vanu are lying in wait. So have you been playing the game for long yourself? And what class are you enjoying the most at the moment? Nope, I'm nicking this mushroom. Okay. So we did encounter a few Vanu in our patrol. Nothing we couldn't handle. Sense of urgency. An undisciplined unit is a unit ripe for destruction, as Sir Mariel knows. Okay, you would like us to motivate the sentries. We can do that. Let's grab our Psych Up emote. So we have a new side quest at the very least available. So, a mushroom found growing in Cloudtop. The Ishgardian knight who first discovered a creally shaped fungus, and hence had the privilege of naming the new species, claims he had a slightly more cleverer name in mind but forgot it. Dragons in the Mist. Gildon requires aid that he may embolden his comrades. Gildon would like to go out and slay a dragon to bolster the morale. Oh. This is where Emanuelane has been sent out to watch out for Dravanian outriders. It seems hard at work. A grand mission as befits his station. Yeah, that's not going to go horribly wrong at all, is it? So we need to go back to Camp Cloudtop in regards to the dragon sightings. Guess we'll psych up the scouts. The sentries, I should say. And then we'll head back to the camp itself. Oh, we made a friend. I see you enjoying playing as a ninja then, I guess. The Rose Knight Cook, made to order. Though the Rose Knight Cook seems exhausted, the fire in her eyes tells of work yet to be done. Okay. Grab these meals and... okay, we're handing them to people around the camp here itself. Let me guess. Gildon and Sir Mariel. Oh yeah, most definitely. Used to play as a ninja a while back. I haven't played as a ninja for a couple of years now, I think. Okay, where is this last night? We'll speak to Marielle anyway, since we've bolstered the awareness of the sentries. Ah, it is. Hey, level 55. Happy days. And it is Marielle to give the meal to. So we'll come back and speak to Marielle in a moment. We'll speak to the cook and then... Ooh, bloody hell. And we'll head back over and look about the dragon sightings. No sign of a dragon, but something has been feeding on the local wildlife. No information from that night. I think there's a knight on the Protector. See if they know anything. No such luck. Well, I guess we'll go search ourselves for any suspicious activity. No dragons, just Vanu. So it seems. Any of these worthwhile? Not really. Seems Gildon thinks they may have been watching the progress of the repairs on the Protector. Hope springs eternal. Sir Mariel fears what might come of Lord Emmanuelane's newfound ambition. Okay. We've been given a new task. The procurement of potable water. A vital task. So we need to find a particular spring crystal, which will help, I guess, filter the water correctly. And at the same time, keep Lord Emmanuelane somewhat content. We'll see how that goes. Oh, bloody hell. Ah, we're making friends. I'll be right back. Okay, let's find an appropriately useful spring crystal. Does not appear to exhibit the properties required. Nope. Well, we're not having much luck, it seems. Ooh, this one seems to be secreting a steady stream of water. Okay. Crystal so aspected the water it feels wet to the touch. series of unfortunate events on a row is more than a little concern for Lord Emmanuelane's well-being. Great. The good young lord decided to go out of seeing distance. Let's go see what's happened, shall we? Definitely no sign of him. Oh, great. Duty calls commence battle for a series of unfortunate events. We'll be synced down to level 52. Do I really look like someone who sneaks around? We'll just be going through the front entrance with an explosion like we usually do. Come on, you coward. Ah! I thought that was Lord Haurchefant down there. Yep, okay. We'll leave him to it. Oh, that'll be Lady Laniette. Is it? No, it's a House Fortemps Knight. Oh well. What the hell's Haurchefant doing here?
Reinforcements?
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes. The White, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal. We must away.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
I know Sid owes us a lot, but he's always there to save our ass.
All aboard!
Hey, Sid. Good timing. Uh-huh. What the hell are you doing here? Okay, the ironworks have been requisitioned to help repair the Protector. A reward long in coming. Lord Emmanuelane appears to be rather pleased with himself. I have a feeling that this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go, but we will certainly see. I drop down here. Oh, bloody hell, got myself stuck in a corner. Nice job. Oh, bloody hell. And back to Ishgard we go once again. Ah, Oshifar wants to actually speak to us. Ah, at the airship landing. Okay, we can do that. And back to Fortemps Manor. No new quests have unlocked themselves just yet. But, always best to double check. Yeah, because I'm probably not playing the hero. You're welcome, by the way. Okay. We're actually going to take a break there. See, I'm running somewhat from the main scenario quest guide, and I just want to get through the two brothers and their quest chain, but there is more to come. I see, when we come back later on this afternoon, maybe just in an hour or so, we'll speak to the House Fortemps steward, and then we'll see if they have any other tasks for us to somewhat earn or keep here while we're in Ishgard. And obviously, we have a few extra issues to deal with. Lady Iceheart is in Kurfus, and of course we have a new primal, the White Whale Bismarck, up in the Sea of Clouds. Lovely. So, as I say, I'll take a break. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed this stream or this video if you're watching this later on YouTube. And as I say, if you're watching this on Twitch, I'll be back in probably less than an hour, I imagine, and we'll be continuing with even more of the story. Until then though, or until next time, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you all take care. Until then though, bye bye now.